the way we are.
The smallest particles of information, like the meme cat means cat. It's basically what we remember, the smallest packet of information we remember, kind of like an entity, and that's considered a meme. Richard Dawkins said that these things are self-replicating exactly like genes. Let's start there. Memes. What's a really horrible song that you heard and you can't get it out of your mind?
Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake.
Suit and Tie, but how's it go? Sing a few bars.
I can't even sing it.
But it's in your head, right? What's a annoying Lady Gaga song? Paparazzi, something like that. I can't even sing this.
Call me maybe.
Call me maybe,
Call
baby.
Me Maybe.
All the single girls. All the single girls. You know, look, everyone's face lights up. Don't you curse me with that song, they said. Now you'll be remembering it as you go to sleep tonight, right? That's a meme. It's almost like an organism that intrusive, or what we conjure, the meme of smelling your grandma's chocolate chip cookies in the morning. I remember that because my grandma making the little breakfast for my grandpa, smelling the coffee and the eggs and bacon or whatever coming downstairs. That's a meme. And the memes attending to smell and olfactory memory are actually deeper than the memes we have through pictures or words, certainly. And language is a technology. Often language can deceive us into thinking things. What sort of, so Alicia, we're meme diggers. I've asked you in this class on visual interpretation, go dig in your own visual culture. What I have on that trigger pack, amazing stuff. All of you in general brought in amazing stuff. Really what you did to alter it expressively and artistically was amazing too. I like the one of your grandma and grandpa that you sort of toned it pink and...
Yeah, it was like yellow and pink.
It was beautiful. Memes, but we live in a society of over-information now. So I said, go get something that you might not be aware of, but it should be very important to you, like the photographs of your grandparents, parents, yourself when you're young. Bring them up. We're going to mulch it about, deal with it, then send it out on our installation on the High Line. And supposedly some people will come along with their cell phones and see the Erasma app and upload of our particular film triggered by our thing. Digging memes. What's your impression about, what did you go through emotionally when you dug up your memes about your past?
Well, I learned a lot of things that I didn't know. And I thought that, like, as I was digging it up, I started to think about, like, people of my generation not really knowing about where they came from and why they came here. Like, I know that most people know where they're from, but most people don't know why they came here from their country. And
kind of typical of Stony Brook as a great public research university, high standards but affordable price and all, is that often our student body is made up of first-generation Americans for some reason, whatever that is. Any impression on that, Joseph?
On why Stony Brook?
Yeah, but why memes are important for first-generation Americans?
Because they ground you somewhere and serves as a basis to build upon your mental map for your life.
Right, and now we have digital means to make it external to ourselves. One of the things I went through when I visited my parents, hi Mom, is that I would go home, I'd have breakfast or coffee, and I'd go and reach for the family albums, I'd stack them up like this, and as I'm talking to them over breakfast, I'd just snap, digitize. I think I digitized like over 1,500 photographs, just sitting there over 3 days, in the morning, a couple hours in the morning, and they're all set free. In the Jaron Lanier book, we talk about information wants to be free, but information wants to be learned. What did you learn from are your grandparents deceased?
No, they're alive.
Did you talk to them about this project? You did? What was their reaction?
Well, my grandma didn't know anything, so she was like, "You have to call my cousin," because when we were young, they would speak in Italian, so we couldn't know.
Ah.
But my papi seemed to know a lot more.
No, no.
Yeah, no, or papi.
He knew a lot.
Yeah, he knew a lot more than
About
my
the
grandma.
old country?
No, about why they came here and what they did when they first got here and where they settled. Because I'm fourth generation here.
Right.
My grandparents are both born here.
Oh, and they still spoke Italian.
Well, my grandmother's parents spoke Italian.
Right, and you got a couple other sides. You got Irish and
Yeah.
Native American and things like that. So we're pushing toward kind of like, isn't it ideal to be what's the politically correct term now? Intermixed, racially, ethnically, whatever. Anyone weigh in on that? Jonathan.
Oh no, like I'm still 100% Chinese, and my mom wants me to stay with like the Chinese people.
She said that.
Well, with Asians.
Point blank.
Well, stereotypically speaking, Asian parents are like that.
Right.
No, that's not true.
Most
It's not only
Asian.
Asians. Like
That's your parents too.
my parents want me to marry within my culture, but then, I mean, I told them that there are not many guys who are of the caliber. So, as long as he's
Uzbeki
Jewish.
Jews. Let's go find the Uzbeki Jews. So the category gets bigger. So your mom said, if you can't find a good Chinese girl, just make sure she's Asian, right?
Yeah.
And she said that point blank.
Yeah.
Wow. So you went on the online dating site and typed that in. Must be good Asian girl, hotter than a pistol, blah, blah. You did?
No.
Because you're still young. You can find that all over the campus, right? David. Oh, come on. This is like a big Asian campus. 30%, right?
30?
40% Asian on
75.
Stony Brook?
It's still mostly like Caucasian.
No, it's
I don't
like
think so.
it's like 35%.
I was like one white kid in my math class of like 35 Asians and then like me.
And South Asians, that's big.
yeah,
Pakistani, South Asian, Middle Eastern, some African. I would say, what's the size of South Asians on campus now? Do you know at all,
I haven't
Joseph?
been to campus. I mean, I've been there for admissions. That's it.
But when you were there
When
a
I
few
was
years
there,
ago?
probably it was less than now. Now I see more South Asians than before. I would say at that time maybe like less than 10%. Now it's probably.
It was like 1920,
Yeah.
including Pakistanis and whatever you include, Iranians, whatever you include is chunk of the Middle East. Would that, so Jonathan, would your mother include South Asians with that?
No, just like.
Hi, Jonathan's mother. We're establishing something now. What? East Asians only?
Not even Japan. It's like.
Not even Japan, even. Oh, those people.
Usually just China and Korean.
So she's implying just meet a good Chinese girl.
Yeah.
What about like Indonesia and Philippines?
Maybe. Maybe she won't kill me, but.
Maybe she won't kill you. This is revealing, huh, David? What'd your parents say?
My parents aren't that traditional. They're just like if you find someone that you like and you love, then you know.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
even
they're like-
even that's tough, right?
But there are like people like within the family who marry like out of the race. So
Married some white folks?
yeah.
How were they treated by your family? Or black folks or whatever?
No, like
White folks?
Yeah.
How were they treated by the family?
Well, it's like the language barrier is kind of rough.
So you can get on the big holidays, the high holidays, and
Yeah.
everyone's speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
The white folks are they talking about me or what? Your parents say anything? Imply anything?
Not to me.
Not to you. Okay, so this, and your parents? Just make
Well, it's
sure
kind
he's
of
a
hard
good boy.
because my parents are mixed. Like my dad's Puerto Rican Irish, but my mom's Italian.
He's Puerto Rican and Irish.
Yeah.
Where's the Native American in there? Is that
His
your dad?
Irish.
Irish,
My
Native American,
grandfather.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, and then my mom's Italian. So like it's kind of hard for my grandparents more traditional to say anything because all their kids married
Paisano.
Spanish. They all married Spanish. Like all 5 kids married someone who was Spanish. All 5 Italian kids. It's so
Catholics.
weird. Yeah, all the grandchildren are the same mixes. We're all Spanish and Italian.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you give us so memes? I've asked you to reach in. You get that traditional Grammy, right, Anita? You get grandma who's been on Samarican Road, the Silk Trail for 1,500 years, right? She's only married other Uzbeki Jews, and then now you move to New York, and she says just.
No, my grandma is actually very more modern than my parents are in terms of that. Like, my
Wow.
grandma's fine with me marrying an Ashkenazi or, like, anyone as long as, like, they're Jewish. But my dad is very, like, kind of close to home as long as he's Baharian. Like, my dad wants him.
Are there going to be websites or like speed dating for Uzbeki Jews or what?
Well,
What in town? Oh, there's one right now at Starbucks, right?
It's funny though if you say that. Like, there's on Facebook, there's a group, like a matchmaking group. So what you do is you post descriptions of, let's say you have a friend. Oh, like I have a 27-year-old friend. He's looking for a nice religious girl. This and that. And it's like I don't know. I laugh at it. It's stupid to do it that way.
But that's a reality. We're talking about.
But it's not even like that. That person is sitting there and advertising himself. It's that the friend is advertising. So it's like.
Oh, weird. Why is that?
I have no idea.
He's shy. Not a good sign.
No, but I know
He's not
that
going to be a big
lot
tough
of-
guy for you.
But I know that a lot of girls either do, like, there are Jewish dating websites, so they act like they go
J-Date.
like that and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking Uzbekis,
Well,
Baharian.
see, I'm modernized, so I don't really care as long as he's Jewish. That's my like number one thing. As long as they're Jewish, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be from Uzbekistan. He can be from American. He can be like pure American Jew. Like, I'd be fine with that.
Okay.
Yes, there is a barrier again of like cultural differences and language barriers, but I mean, I've seen people marry, but I know that our community is very against going into marrying, let's say, Spanish or Black or any of that. You get disowned from your family. Like,
Okay, so here we're talking the split. You know, it's do we have community? Do we have diversity? Do we have genes or do we have memes? What do we have a melting pot here in America, or do we have ghetto of ghettos? You know, or is each one ghettoized and alienated and unable to understand, you know, Chevrolets, apple pies, and Super Bowls, right? What's your opinion on this dichotomy between memes and genes?
Well, I think
Is
Earlier
it
in immigrant-
prejudice and racist, or is it just so-called natural?
I think it's natural. I think earlier when people immigrated here, they kind of did put themselves up in ghettos because it's like what they knew.
Well, like
fo-
a quarter of them were brought over as
Yeah.
slaves.
So when
For one.
you put yourself into that, but I feel like more now it's more diverse all over the city than it has been in the past. And I
Here
think
he
that's
is.
a
Now
good
we
thing
can start.
because the American culture is unique in that way that it's a big melting pot, and that's what makes it a culture.
Cool. What about interracial dating on campus? I always get around to that. Big, small. Is there a big vibe on
I
that?
think it's
Small
I
vibe?
haven't really seen.
Is this your time to date other races, and then you
No.
listen to what your mama said and
No.
marry the good Chinese girl? Yes.
No, I mean, yeah.
So it's the window's open to date any sort of race you want to before your mom says, "Hey, here he is. Now we can start."
As long as your family doesn't know. It's
So-
not the race they want.
But Andrew, you're saying, "Oh, it's cool. Stony Brook's like a playground now. I can date whoever I want, and then once I get out and I have to take the girlfriend home to the holiday parties, she better be what mom wants."
Yeah, that's exactly what my grandma said today.
Your grandma even said it
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do, Andrew, to get your yayas out. But when you come back for the holidays, make sure ...
Yep. Pretty much.
All right. So, David, is it big on interracial dating on campus? Is this the time?
I think you see a good amount of interracial couples on campus.
Right.
Yeah.
before the parents find out, right? Kadeem, interracial dating on campus. We're talking about memes and genes, gang. I've asked you to cultivate the memes from your background to see if these images talk about a community or diversity. And then we talked about subjects about what these gentlemen and ladies' parents have explicitly, not even implicitly, explicitly told them about who to hook up for genes to date, not to date, but to marry and procreate. Kadeem, is there a difference between dating and procreation?
Dating and procreation?
Can you, if your mom, is your mom ever laid it on the line, don't date this
Oh no.
race of girl?
No, she'll never say that. I think maybe like first impressions, she'll just be like, I guess if it's not like, I don't know, like I guess a Jamaican girl or something, she'll just be like, oh, she's nice. So like if the girl is nice, assuming she's nice.
That's
Like,
what we've pretty much been hearing
saying?
from each person except David.
Like,
Yes,
you have-
Jonathan.
But then, like, my mom only speaks Chinese, so then the
Oh.
communication will be a big problem. I think just
Yeah.
like. for
So
most
as we
moms-
say, Alysha said it's about practicality, not racism, right?
Yeah.
It's understanding. So when would you actually? And here's the biggie. Here's the big youth thing. Whether you it's as old as a hill. When would you actually bring a special person home? David. The RSD, after the RSD. Anyone know what the RSD is? Oh, I guess you don't. Watch it coming. The relationship standpoint discussion. Do you bring her home before the RSD? You say, baby, you're special. I'm bringing you home to some good Chinese cooked meal here. Would you say that, David?
No, I think it's afterwards. But I say the right time would be like maybe like a year or so.
A whole year of having fun and
Yeah, that's a long time.
that's
Yeah,
a
you can't just
that's a long time for you, Joseph.
I'm not saying anything. I mean,
That's perfect.
I think a
Long
year-
time for you,
I think a
Kadeem?
year's a good time.
I would say.
I think that's too short, actually. Maybe a little longer. Nah.
After 2 weeks of cosmic lovemaking, you say, "Oh, baby, we gotta go meet my parents."
I mean,
Who would say that, Jonathan? You would say that, right? No.
Only if she was Chinese.
You would say that.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You would say, "Oh,
My
baby."
family isn't like they're not like
Yeah, but what if this girl, everything's
My house
perfect?
sucks.
What?
My house sucks. It wouldn't be my house.
Okay, so what if it's up to her? She's like, "Oh, baby, this is so, it can't get more perfect than this." And you say, "Don't ask. Don't ask. Don't ask me to bring you home." Would you say that?
No, actually, never mind that. I don't know.
You wouldn't, Jonathan.
I'll wait after a year because no matter what your parents say, you're supposed to stick on her side.
After a year of nothing but paradise from this person, you'd stick with what she'd want you to do.
Oh, wait.
And Grammy's going like this. Right?
I see your point.
Kadeem?
No,
And then we'll wrap
I
after
wouldn't
20.
just. I don't know. I just wouldn't bring anybody home, I guess.
Well, you're going to have to one day, right? If you're a
No,
breeder, you're going to have to say, "Oh, Mom, Lucinda May Lou here is pregnant," right? Ta-da, right?
That's the case, yeah. But,
Whatever. So, okay, so the point is, two strains, the memes we've asked you to collect, the images, whatever, we come from specific countries, often specific ethnicities from these countries, into the fabulous melting pot of America. Then we have genes. So who would think that these things are not related? Memes and genes. Who cares less about your genes than your memes? Okay, who cares more about your genes than your memes? Probably all of you, right? How's your baby going to be?
Oh.
That's your genes. You care more about that than, like, you know, what you have to do to be an American or to so-called assimilate or... Okay, so I think we're there. Thanks much. Let's give her a hand. And see you on YouTube.